accommodations. And that looks so my the big red bag for good luck. Alright, let's get in here. Okay, here we go, my boy. Whew, that was an exercise. With that being said, let's get home. Honestly, I could just get a bus to get to my accommodations, but like I say, given the amount of equipment, I think I'm going to settle for ride sharing again. It's really not that expensive to American standard. Let me just see if that's my driver. With that being said, let's hope my car will be coming here soon.
I work on this job for the last...
That's how long it's going to go for. The person who's taking me to my accommodation is this cool guy right here.
Hey there.
Yeah, if you're coming to Porto, you know who to call. He'll hook you up with all the cool places in his fancy car. Very fancy, right?
They do.
Porto is Portugal's second largest city and the capital of the northern region, situated along the Douro River. Porto is one of the oldest European centers, with its core proclaimed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1996. Among the first known inhabitants settled in the area as early as 8th century BC. During the period of Roman Empire in the Iberian Peninsula, the city developed as an important commercial port and fell under the control of Muslims during the invasion of the Iberian Peninsula sometime between 714 to 716. In 1387, Porto was the site of the marriage between John I of Portugal and Philippa of Lancaster. This symbolized a long-standing military alliance between Portugal and England. The Treaty of Windsor is the world's oldest recorded military alliance. Today, Porto has a population of 240,000 and 1.7 million in its urban areas and serves as a gateway to Portugal's northern region. And yes, we'll explore them all. But for now, let's get started with Porto. Getting around Porto is pretty easy. My main preferred form of transportation is on foot, since I plan to eat, and eat. Everything is walkable in the city within 20 minutes. If you plan to burn some cash, you can do it the fancy way. The old town and wine tour can be done on the magic train, but this is my favorite way. Another way to get around the city is actually getting all these tuk-tuks. They actually charge per hour. The old town's 25 euros. It's actually not so bad if you really lack of time. For example, if you're doing a layover. Other smart way to get around is by double-decker buses and metro, but here are some helpful points. Now, Portugal is actually a fairly safe country. One thing you do have to keep in mind, problem is everywhere, is pickpocketing. Given I have arrived so late, hunting for food can get a little challenging this hour, but I ain't giving up. I'm really no big fan of fast food, but it's almost 11:30 and there is very limited options. Apparently this McDonald's is called the Imperial McDonald's. Now, for those of you who know, I don't eat at McDonald's ever. Oh, actually, well, once in a blue moon. I have to say, this is the fanciest McDonald's I've ever been to. Right here in Portugal. My God, they must like sneaky deals here. What am I getting today? A good old American Big Mac, a French fry, and also, guess what they are serving here? They serve beer, so I'm going to get that as part of my combo. Apparently, there's actually more places that are open than I thought. Actually, right beside McDonald's, Middle Eastern Turkish pizza and kebab place, and also Indian place. If they serve biryani, then it's Indian. So yeah, look around. McDonald's not your only option after all. After eating this much calories, I'm burning it off with my beautiful pair of legs. Maybe I'll have some luck on Tinders too. And for those of you who's ready to sign a marriage contract, this is it. So from the look of the building behind me, you might think, ooh, it's another church, but no, it's the city hall. It's also very old. I'm sure it's a lot older than I am. The city hall is one of the largest government buildings in all of Portugal. The construction began on this robust, imposing building in 1920. According to the design of the architect Antônio Cordeiro de Silva, it was only fully completed in 1955. At the center, there is a 70-meter clock tower whose bell rings out as a symbol of the mandate given by the city's citizens to the local authorities. With that being said, I think my mandate right now is to get a good night of sleep. Good morning. So let's start our day with meat-filled sandwich. And I just say, I wonder what that is. I need to try that out. If you want American coffee, you have to ask for American coffee. Or they can give you one of these really cute espressos. With that being said, I hope you enjoy your morning joke. Very fancy sandwich with lots of meat. It's called lunch. According to what it says here, lunch is also generic name for a snack sandwich with thinly sliced meat and cheese baked into it. And it's unofficially the fourth meal. I'm not too sure if you can see how many kind of meat, but there is ham, I think salami, cheese. Yeah, but this lunch is going to be really filling for sure. And the flavor, yeah, it's pretty decent. With that being said, back to eating. Hope you enjoy it. But please guys, don't fill up too much. There's a lot of food experience coming up. Our first stop is the Bolhao Market, located in the center of the city. The first thing you do is, when you come in from the subway station, you can smell fish, fresh fish. Dating back to 1839, the town hall bought the land where the market now stands and defined the area as a market. Bolhao Market was built in 1850 in a beautiful neoclassical style. Since opened to the public in 1914, over the century it has become the most important municipal market in the city. Spread over 2 floors, the market preserved the essence of the city and the real Porto, with a total of 79 stalls located on the ground floor, along with several restaurants located on the top floor and many shops facing outwards. Since Portugal is famous for the seafood, you probably guessed it where I will be hanging out. So let's eat. You can't say no to oyster. $1.50 per oyster. I think I'm going to try one. And then you got other kind of freshly prepared goodies. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. You can actually use the condiments, but for me I like to go all fresh. And this is smell of heaven. I'm going to put some lemon in it. Alright, yes. Oh. Okay, for this. And with that being said, oh my god, I'm so excited. My next victim is unfortunately a poor sea urchin right there. I swear to god, I don't think I ever had a fresh sea urchin in my life, and I'm going to man up and try it out. Oh my goodness. Is it good?
It's yours.
It's good?
Really fresh.
Alright, can I trust you? Sure. I'm just joking. Poor little sea urchin. I'm gonna be eating you. And with that being said, let's eat the mild truth, okay? So fresh. You can actually taste a little bit of sweetness. Sweetness? Oh my gosh. Okay, so. I think I'm finishing up right now. Sea urchin experience is, I call it a sea ice cream. It tastes like ice cream. Alright, here we go. This is the damage I left behind. €5 it is. I don't know how am I ever gonna lose weight by coming here. But that means, oh, you can even have glass of wine as well. But for those of you who want to bring home a little bit of fish, there's sardines. It's actually not too expensive. It's 3 for €10. Now, this is not just seafood, but they're also pastries. Oh man, I think I have to go and try something here. Everything looks so good. My next victim here is this poor octopus You're gonna be helping my stomach really soon. Oh. I don't know about you, but I can smell it, and it's gonna go right in there. With that being said, I need to pay first. I think I'm very popular here. All right, come on, let's do this. It's very chewy. And the great thing about it is not like fishy at all. They put some olive oil on it, so it makes it like a little bit.
Everything that tartar should have. So
Okay.
I hope you like it.
It's more thin, and the first is more easy
Okay.
to enjoy the crow meat, you know. But
Okay. Okay.
Try.
I definitely will.
and
My weight loss program is going nowhere. Is this raw meat?
yeah,
It's raw meat. I man up. Oh my god.
but standard.
I never had raw meat in my life. Can I get another 100 of these? Just joking, just joking. Okay, so this one, round 2. Oh my god. You ready for this? I love that you use actually those biscuits. It actually have really smooth, chewy on the top, crunchy on the bottom, and you especially with olive oils and stuff like that, it brings the best of textures. So that being said, I need to get out here and get some work to get some exercise done. Obrigado. That's how you say thank you in Portuguese. Now, if you manage to find yourself a lovely Portuguese lady for a date, guess what happened? They also have flowers and stuff, beautiful. Make sure you ask them what's your favorite color first. Although the market is a source for Portuguese's finest and freshest seafood, it has a lot more to offer and is divided into different areas: fishmongers and butchers, greengrocers and florists. You're able to find local farmers offering their fresh produce, meat, flowers, bakeries, as well as souvenir shops. The last place I'm going to see before leaving is, I heard it gets very, very sharp. He has the sharpest hand in all of the market. He's making knives here. This gentleman right here, his family have been doing this for 3 generations. So the grandfather, the father, and now this handsome man. Young man, by the way. What's your name, sir? Andre. Don't mess around with him. He's pretty sharp. So next place we're gonna go to is only 10 minutes walk from here. Very short walk. I could have taken the metro, but honestly, no. Waiting takes longer than walking. This is actually the train station behind me, and you know, it is under renovation, but I do see people coming out from it. Assume it's still working inside. And if you need ideas where to go to, there's also right across a visitor center for Porto, so we'll give you lots of ideas, free maps and so on. So, but I don't think I need that. Let's get going. Porto's São Bento train station is without a doubt the most visually appealing railway station in all Portugal. Centrally located in the Porto city center, the first train arrived in 1896, even the construction wasn't completed. It wasn't until 1916 when it was officially inaugurated with a grand hall decorated with an impressive sum of 20,000 tiles. Each one is hand illustrated with scenes of important moments in Portuguese history, such as the Battle of Valadares, the conquest of Sudet in 1415, or the visit of the King John I with his wife Philippa of Lancaster to Porto. Right across from the old train station, as you can see, Porto Cathedral. The Porto Cathedral is a Roman Catholic church, the Episcopal seat of Portugal. Its construction began in the first half of the 12th century and was completed in the early 13th century, undergoing numerous changes of style over the decades, making the church one of the oldest monuments and one of the most important local Romantic monuments. Later, a Gothic funerary chapel and a cloister was added during the reign of King Giles I in 1736. The current design was finalized in 1772 when a new portal was built to replace the original Romantic ones. Now it's really spectacular, the cathedral behind us, but at the same time I'm just in a time crunch right now, so I might not have a chance to go in, but I hope you do. Once again, I'm going up and conquering the slope. Holy smokes, the hills here. For workout. On the Google map or on all these Bing maps and so on, you might see like, oh, 5-10 minutes walking, but I don't trust it because it doesn't take into the steepness. Thank goodness, just 500 meters away is another important monument, the Church of Clergy. The most notable external feature is a 75-meter tall bell tower made of granite and marble that is part of the church. Built in the 1754 and 1763, the tower remains the tallest structure in Portugal until the late 19th centuries, and today there are 49 bells in total. So if you got the time and want to burn off some seafood calories, you can pay a small fee and climb the 240 narrow steps to reach the viewpoint at a height of 249 feet. Your effort will be greatly rewarded with one of the most beautiful views in the city. However, the classical Baroque church is free to visit. The standout feature are the dome ceiling with the coat arms of the Brotherhood of the Clerigs, and a pair of Iberian organs which flank the main altar, made from polychrome marble, and exhibit the religious artifacts and painting from the Brotherhood clergy. Just few feet from the church, you'll find something resemble a sardine paradise. I am not kidding. Couple steps away from the church, you get a little shop all about sardines. Sardines, 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 everything sardines. Let's go and check it out. I'll show you around the store right here. This is so cool. What it is sardines and tons of other fish. So it's not just sardines. Sardines are not just food, it's an important symbol to represent Portugal. It's a history that is closely tied to fishing industry and the coastal communities. Portuguese have been fishing sardines from the edge of its entire coastline. Using boats and fish nets, the sardines industry boomed in the 19th and early 20th century when the canning factory were established along the coast, allowing sardines to be preserved and exported worldwide. Rapidly, the techniques and the fishing boats evolved, and the excellent location of Portugal created a fortune in sardine cans. Today, the sardine is a staple, and its tradition of grilling it over the charcoal is an integral part of Portuguese cuisine, particularly during the summer months. So for those of you who wonder how old I am, yikes, I'm actually an old man. I hope my midlife crisis doesn't start. Well, actually maybe I eat some sardine, that could solve the problem. Now if you miss out on the shop that's located in Porto, not too late. When you come to the Lisbon International Airport International Departure, Terminal 1, you can visit another one of your stores. And here it is, the World of Sardines. Man, those Portuguese take their sardines so seriously. Here's a vantage point you can come and have a nice view of the city, and I'm not going to bother every single one of them. And here we go, we have arrived right here. It's only like a couple meters away from the church. Perhaps the best known of these is Vitoria. Although the platform is on a private property, we are very welcome. Remember I say support the local performers? Here you go. I made some change today with a little change I had on me. So make sure you support every single one of them if you can, anywhere you go, or else they won't be around. Now before you have a church fatigue, I promise the next one will be the last one. It's only 5 minutes walk away from the viewpoint. We just need to walk down. Again, steep hills. Exercise, people. The San Fernando Church was established in Porto around 1223 by Franciscan order. In 1383, under the patronage of King Ferdinand I, the Franciscans began to build more spacious church. This new structure was finished around 1425 with a relatively plain Gothic design, since it has not been extensively altered. Now, as you already probably know by now, we already seen a lot of churches. This one needs a ticket. I am on a time crunch. I'm not gonna judge you if you go in, but for me, it's not worth it because our tram's leaving really soon. So let's get going. Facing the church is a historic landmark dating back 1830. The statue was inaugurated in 1960 on the 500th anniversary since the death of the Infante Dom Henry, the Prince Henry the Navigator, the most important figure in the beginning of the Portuguese discoveries, who, according to tradition, was born nearby. The square is also close to a historic tram stop by the same name. This tram looks so nice. The only question is, I didn't get a ticket for it. Maybe we can pay on board? We'll see. Looks like it's my turn for a little bit of traffic jams actually. Okay, just waiting. Traffic jams clearing up. Hello. How much is it? 5 one way. Okay.
7 returns.
I'll do return. This tram is every 20 minutes and it also takes 20 minutes to get to the terminal stop. That being said, let's rock and roll. I don't think everyone's happy here. You can tell I'm pretty happy. Inaugurated in 1895, Porto Tram is one of the oldest electrified transportation systems in Europe. Initially, these trams were a popular form of transportation until the 1960s. With the popularity of buses, it has been slowly abandoned by locals. Nowadays, there are only 3 lines on the tram in Porto that are mostly used by tourists and few elderly locals. The most popular is Line 1, taking us from the Infante stop beside the San Francisco Church to Alfredega stop in Foz, the mouth of Douro River. This is the longest and most scenic route along the river. I have to say, it's not every single day I get to sit in the conductor's chair while directing the ride. How cool is that? With that being said, all on board everyone. The antique tram cars are still in operation, are originally from the 1930s. Still remain most of its original features, including the polished wooden interiors, brass controls, and the changing bell to stop the tram. Here we go. So this is where the train terminates, and right across you can see there's a seaside, like a little park. So let's go and check it out. Located in the Foz do Douro area where Douro River meets the sea. The Passeio Alegre garden is one of the most beautiful green spaces in northern Portugal. The garden was built in the late 19th century with planting of different trees that makes new colors each season. On one side there's laying of palm trees, and on the other side, portentous trees that give a proper shade on a hot summer day. In autumn, it is beautiful to watch the leaves fall off the trees with different shades. The promenade is a favorite among the locals for both jogging, biking, and offer benches that overlook the massive 16th century seawall and lighthouse. Honestly, it's a really nice seaside. I wish I can stay for a little bit longer, but once again, somewhere spectacular is waiting for us. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on this one. Wow, that was quite a ride. the terminal stop for the electric tram. And right here, right across, is normal bus stop. And we are taking 900 to go across a river. It's something spectacular. The reason I'm actually riding the metro is I got really sick of waiting for bus 900, so I took bus 500, transfer onto the metro. It's only like 1 minute walk away from the stop, and so here you go. Either way, the total ride shouldn't take more than 10 minutes in total. You'll be crossing the Louis First Bridge and get off at the Jardin de Moraux metro station. To get the best view, I recommend you come half an hour before the sunset. Alright, here is our stop, and I hope it's open. The cable cars. You know, even if the cable car is not open, this is still a pretty spectacular view of the city from this side. Look at that. Once again, picture. Oh, no. Video is worth 1,000 words, maybe 1,000,000 words. To get the most complete and impressive panoramas of Porto's riverside, you need to take the Gaia cable car. Don't worry, it's not going to lighten up your wallet too much. Okay, you're ready? I'm ready. Let's get going. Come on. Ooh, it's all to myself. How lovely that is. The construction on this 600-meter cable car began in March 2009 and in operation in just 2 years in April 2011. The total ride is approximately 6 minutes. You'll enjoy the beautiful monument that Glada and Porto has to offer, including the roof of Cellars of Glada, the Ribeira, the Clerigos, and the Douro in all their splendor through the air perspective, all included in your ticket. Now, one thing I really like about it is this is absolutely a really awesome, if you come sunset on a cable car, but you have to be here right about 15 minutes beforehand because I'm slightly too late. But still, look at that. As we approach towards the end of the ride, it's a little bit shaky, which is expected. So here we go. We are almost done. Okay. The streets full of people and stuff. I hope. We have survived, which is awesome. Alright, anyways, don't worry. We'll go back up again. I pay round trips. You have to get off at the Lower Glada Pier, a place for you to enjoy the chill atmosphere of the riverfront. Glada is a city and a municipality in the Porto district. Already existed under the Roman Empire as the city of Calais. Today is famous for the wine cellars, in which are locally known as the caves, where port wine is stored and aged. These cellars become a major tourist attractions. If you got more time to kill, check them out, and let's toast. Back. By the way, the staff might ask if you want to take a photo. They're trying to sell you a guidebook along with the photo at the end of your ride. It's not that much. So you got my full blessing if you wish to take home some great memories. As you can see, it's pretty nice night view of this. So I actually did both. Came down when it was sunlight and going back up when it's pretty much pitch darkness. So you can see.